Hey paper crafters, thank you so much for joining me today. I love that you took the time to pop by my channel, check out the video that I've got going, and hopefully stay and poke around a little bit. I'm really excited to be able to offer some videos now and then and share my love of paper crafting. So I hope you find something that you enjoy and come back to see me another time. Bye-bye. Hey paper crafting friends, thanks for joining me today. This video is going to be of me creating a June calendar page using the Kiwi Club Kit from June of 2021. So this is a travel themed kit, and what I've pulled out is this really fun paper full of cars and buses and taxis and all kinds of different things. And then there's a really beautiful blue paper that's got like the compass rose on it, and then this lovely like kind of a deep teal. So I just like that color palette, so we'll be using those today. And then I pulled out these scraps from the layout that I did for Kiwi Club collaboration, and you can see what I had done was cut the two scenic routes. Let me scooch this over a little bit. Cut the two scenic routes and then took the scrap and just did a straight cut. So that left me with these couple of just kind of fun jaggedy little pieces. So we're going to use those up today. And then I pulled out a couple of the sentiment cards. So I've got this one that says road trip. This one says fave. And then there's several on here. I'm thinking I'll probably end up using this one that says photo op, because I just think the colors coordinate really well. And that'll be just kind of a fun accent. So those are my pieces for today. Let me start figuring out this calendar layout and I'll show you what we've got. All right, I'm going to start at the top and kind of show you how I laid this out. I've got chevrons 2A and 2B. These have a really fun pointy style to them, and I'll show you how those tie into some other decisions I made in a moment. I've got the 4x6 photo here. I've got two 4x4s that will just overlap that chevron a little bit. And then I used tags 4. For that one, I'm picturing using that template to kind of modify this embellishment card and just creating a fun little accent with that. Let me scooch this up a bit. All right, now for this part, we've already got the month on here. This particular close to my heart calendar, which I believe is the new style, already has the month on it, but it doesn't have any other design. So I want to go ahead and leave this alone. That's great. And then I'm just going to embellish that part of the calendar. So I used those scraps from the Scenic Route templates that I had cut for that collaboration video. And then I pulled in this road sign from Tiny Travel. And this is going to fit perfectly on here to make this little road trip sign. So I love that. And then I pulled the car out of the Playtime set of templates. And this little car is like the perfect size for here. So I'm going to go ahead and use this. And then I thought I might bring in this doodling template to just create like a little curvy road or something across here. Like the car is on its little travels. So we'll see what I do with that. The only other piece is this one, and I think I am going to go ahead and use this photo op. So I'm going to get started making some paper decisions, figure out exactly what's going where, and when I'm ready to cut these chevrons, I will pop back on and just kind of show you how easy it is to use those. So I'll be back with you in just a moment. Thanks again for taking the time to be here today. All right, anytime you're going to cut from a full sheet of paper, don't forget to check the other side and see if there's anything about it that's directional. This one is kind of a chicken wire print. It probably doesn't matter, but good idea to just kind of keep your eyes on that. As far as these chevrons go, because I'm not using this piece right now, I can place this up as high or as low as I want, but what I want left is a piece that I can use later. So I'm going to kick it up probably about 1/2 inch so that I have a usable piece, okay, when it's all said and done. So I'm going to hold this in place, go ahead and trace my bottom edge, go ahead and trace my top edge. Try to keep this thing from shifting. And then you'll notice that the other one just nests right on top of it, which is lovely, meaning you're going to make 3 cuts and you're going to end up with your 2 border pieces. So this is just really a nice accent border, and it's going to work really well for what I have in mind today. When I go to cut this, I will do a straight cut here so that I end up with a leftover piece here and a leftover piece here for a future project. Okay, so that's always my goal, is to get as much as I can out of a sheet of paper, and sometimes that means just kind of thinking ahead about what I can use another way when I'm done. All right, I'm still getting a lot of questions about, gosh, how do you make the templates just a little bit bigger? So I just wanted to show you guys these tracing discs. And I actually got these through a friend's Etsy shop. So I will go ahead and link that in the description if you're interested. But it's a set of 4 discs, okay? So obviously each one gets a little bigger and a little bigger. I have typically used the yellow because I want things to be usually just about 1/8 inch bigger all the way around. So it creates like a matting. If you wanted to create something larger, then you would pick one of the other tracing discs. But say I want to go ahead and back this road trip sign, I can lay my template down and you just tuck this right in the groove of the disc, and make sure you leave yourself room on the paper to get around it. Okay, so I'm going to hold the template in place, put my pencil in the hole on the tracing disc, and you just kind of push it around the edge. It reminds me a little bit of using a spirograph. Okay, whoop. So you just go all the way around. Okay, and I fly off the edge apparently, and it creates, hopefully you can see that, that same template, but just a slightly larger version. So here's what I started with. And then you can see that edge around the outside. So I'm going to go ahead and get that cut and inked, and I'm actually ready to show you how this all came together. All right, so let's take a look at how these paper choices turned out. I'm going to go ahead and show you this lower section first, just because it's a little tricky to do all of the scooching around. So I went ahead and made the little car with that teal paper and gave it a fun little stripe. And then the road trip sign, I showed you what I was going to do with that, with this road sign template, and then making it just slightly larger. Okay, so some nice little pops of color there, and I'm happy with that. Remember, I am going to do something to do like a little road or something, and I will do that once I get everything adhered down. Let's go ahead and scooch this to the original layout, and that's that area up at the top. So remember, this could just be a one-page layout. It doesn't have to be a calendar. What I did down here is cut just a 2-inch strip. I cut one here and I cut one for the top. Okay, I find that it's easier to just go ahead and cut a strip if you're wanting to layer with these chevrons, and then you can always just do a tiny bit of trimming on that strip when you're ready to attach it. So you can see when I put this here, I can just about hide the whole thing, and I may be able to do that. So I may need to trim just a little at these little down points. So we'll just kind of see how that goes. And then here's the other piece for up at the top. Okay. My photo mats are the same as that paper that I used for the car. So I've got my 4x6 here, and then the two 4x4s. Okay, I went ahead and cut this little photo up. I just realized that this is like the same color as this. So I think what I'll do is go ahead and use some of that beautiful yellow gold paper and cut this, like mat it so that that shows up a little bit better. And that's gonna go kind of up here, probably kind of off to this side. And then here's the tag that says fave. And I'll be able to use that for journaling these pictures that I put on. I am gonna attach a ribbon here just because I think that'll look nice and kind of finish that off. So there are definitely a couple more things that I need to do. So you wanna make sure you check those pictures at the very end of the video so you can see how those finishing touches came together. But this gives you just kind of a general idea of how this calendar layout went this month. So I hope this gave you some ideas, and I'm really, really thrilled that you took the time to spend some time on my channel today. If you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe button so you get notified when I have new videos out. So kind of the combination of subscribe and the little bell is kind of the magic that lets you be notified. So I hope that you're well, whatever you're doing, and you're having a fabulous day, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.